Hello, my name is John Nelson, and I would like to talk with you over the next few minutes about a study that's being conducted in Scotland with my company, Healthcare Environment, which is located in the United States. The outcomes of this study are important not only for employee job satisfaction, but also for patients, families, and guests that you provide care for. Recent large studies have revealed that patient outcomes have not improved very much over the last 10 years. Much of this lack of improvement is due to the data not being structured according to the ward, department, and framework of patient care. Recently, many of you have taken on the CBAS framework of patient care. You may have taken on another framework, but whatever framework you are using, we would like to ask you about your work environment, both socially and technically, and we'd also like to ask you about your experience in taking care of patients. The next few minutes we'll review with you how you can enroll in this study. You'll receive an email that will contain a link to the survey, or you'll receive instructions from an internal research coordinator from your hospital or facility on how to access the link to this survey. You'll want to select this link like this, which will bring you to my company's survey software research portal. You'll be given a code to enter the survey that was designated for your hospital or facility. I'll type in a sample here. The code will be case sensitive, so please pay attention to the letters if they are upper or lower case. If you feel you'd like to return to the survey and not respond in one setting, you can have a link to your individual survey sent to you by entering an email preference here. So I'll type that in. Now, nobody within your hospital or facility will have access to this email address, and my company will not send out this email to your hospital. It's simply used for the software to know where to send your individual survey link. You will then be able to save and return as often as you'd like until you submit your responses. Now I'll proceed, and upon entering the survey, you will note that there is a contact email for you if you have additional questions about the study. Your individual questions will be kept confidential, and if you do agree to proceed, you select continue, and then you respond to each item, responding as you perceive most closely resembles your response. Now I'm going to jump forward to the last page so you can see how to submit your responses. Now, as we page down, you will see that I left one item unanswered. Let's say I felt it was too personal, or for some reason I did not want to respond to this item. I can still select continue. And you'll note it states that I did not answer an item. Now I can either go back and answer, or I can proceed anyway. So I select proceed, or to continue. On this last page, I select submit, and I then see that I can view my responses to print a copy for myself. Now, if you don't have a printer available at the time that you complete the survey, or you'd rather not print it off at the time that you complete the survey, the other option for you to find your results is to go to your email using the email address that you provided for us at the beginning of the survey. You can download that and utilize those results for you to do some individual action planning for change, or to use to compare your results to those of your coworkers on your unit. Now, this next section, I would like to talk with you about how we will use the results not only individually for action planning or in your hospital, but also how we will utilize the data nationally and internationally to understand data as it relates to frameworks of care. The first level of reporting that we will review is the individual level, which we have already discussed. Here's a copy of that report that you can print or have sent to your email. This report, as you saw, was in real time, which means it is available as soon as you submit your responses. You will note there is no name at the top of this form, as Scotland has selected to use a generic process. You may write your name here if you wish, as you use this form for individual action planning. The next level of reporting is also real-time, and it is accessed from the website of Healthcare Environment. We'll go there now. Your ward manager, department supervisor, hospital or system level administrator who has access to the reports will do so using the Survey Management access point. Once Survey Management is selected, the administrator would enter the login and password. I'll enter an example here. Once that is entered, I'll select Login. Once within the research portal, you will note that there is a space to enter an email that the report will be sent to. The email that's on record will automatically be noted here, but it can be changed to an alternative email if you prefer. The space below the email lists all the types of reports that the administrator may request. There are two general types of reports, counts and bar graph. Counts are used to see how many responses there are during survey administration. Understanding the count of responses during survey administration helps to know where to provide support. The second type of reports are bar graphs, which generate as soon as the survey closes or in real time. These are bar graph reports which provide the mean or the average score for each unit of interest, like ward, department, hospital, or system. The final space lists all the surveys used to date. The administrator would select the desired survey and then go to the top and select Submit Query, and the bar graph would then go to the email that was noted on the previous page. I trust this presentation has been helpful to understand why and how data will be used and structured according to your model of care. Over time, our understanding will deepen as it relates to outcomes within your model of care. Outcomes for both patients, guests, families, and staff. We thank you for your contribution in deepening this understanding. We look forward to learning along with you and working continually over time to improve outcomes.